Why is this amazing new grad, Dr. Will, officially Dr. Will, taking his talents to a GPR? It's Paul Dr. Nacho. One of my favorite parts this year has been working with Will. Will, introduce yourself to the Nacho audience. What year did you graduate? What's your full name and where are you going next?
Hello, my name is Willem Alcina. I just graduated this past May 2023, and next I will be heading to the Bronx to do a GPR at Montefiore.
Awesome. I love that. And we're going to, do a speed through your story some, but hit some highlights. So Will deserves so much credit. ABC, Always Be Connecting. He reached out to me and said, hey, a year ago, I have the text message a year ago, said, I'd like a part-time job. You went to Penn. We're right here in Center City, Philadelphia. I said, hey, Will, we're going to find a spot for you. But I talk about JFO, and JFO is just find out. So you came down to Nacho headquarters. We bought you some donuts because dental students and dentists, they love free food.
Absolutely.
And you happen to say, hey, Paul, I'm going to go right to work after dental school. And like just 30 seconds ago, you said you're doing a GPR. So what happened at that meeting to make you kind of change your mind?
I think the first thing before I left the meeting, you asked me what I was going to do. I was like, yes, I'm going to go straight to work afterwards. And you said to consider doing a GPR, just something, to think about, keep it high right there on my list.
And one of the reasons I share that was, I know a lot about the real world of dentistry. You just talked with our team and you did say dental students think there's kind of this magical fairy that comes and gives you a good job, right? Yeah. But you see on Dental Nacho's Instagram and Facebook and dental school props that the real world of dentistry, it's like a Wild West out there. So when you can spend a year learning from bigger, stronger dentists, and one of the things that's most magical, we just had Dr. Parth Patel on here and he placed 35 implants in his Idaho AGD. The patients are trained that you are learning. So it's going to be not like the real world, Will, and it's not going to be like dental school. It's going to be this magical middle where you're the dentist in charge of everything, but it's totally cool to call someone over to help you. So I know you're going to love this experience. The other thing we talked about was camaraderie. How many residents are going to be at your GPR?
It's going to be 8, including myself.
8. So one of the things it's hard for me to share is that being a dentist, even if you make money as a practice owner, even if you're successful, it can be very lonely because you're going to leave 100 students. You guys were all in the same boat. And then to go directly into being isolated is tough. So it's going to be awesome to have these 8 co-residents that are going to become your friends, people that you can rely on. Next topic is you have been a Dental Nachos intern. You've come to Dental Nachos events. If you're talking to a dental student who's thinking, if I go to an event, I might not know anybody, or it's too early to go to an event, what have been some of the value of the face-to-face interactions you've had at our Dental Nachos events?
You will learn a lot of things. I think one of the most important things is you kind of learn what I call bridging people. It's kind of people who are not like dental students or practicing dentists, like people in GPRs. Yeah. So they were just in your shoes and they're close to where you want to be at. So meeting these people, you can strike conversation with them, ask them all the questions. They give you all the details that you need and things like that. You will learn a lot. You'll get a lot.
I love that one. And one of the inspirations for you to do a GPR is one of my awesome interns, Dr. Ahad, because I said it, but I'm this 45-year-old guy. And then you're not a 45-year-old guy. And who's that bridge? And you talked to Ahad, who was in a GPR. How did he help you make that decision? What trust did you have in him?
I think especially just graduated with somebody who was just in my shoes and he's doing the GPR. So I wanted to see what benefits that he's currently getting because he's actually in that spot right there. And it's not like he did it, right. 5, 6, 7 years ago. It's just like a year ago. And he was telling me, the experience that you get. You don't necessarily have somebody over your shoulder all the time. You have the freedom to do something that you're comfortable with. If you get stuck, there's always the bigger dentist. You call them over and that will help you out. You'll learn different skills.
You just said something. I was talking about how you pull threads from people's conversations. Your patient's talking to you, you're trying to bond with them. They say something like they have a golden retriever. You say, I love a golden retriever. Yeah. You just said something there that I can help our audience with. Feeling stuck in dentistry is a very bad feeling. Not knowing if your impression coping seated, not knowing if your crown's right. So when you can get unstuck with help, it helps you in the future to unstuck yourself. I know that's not proper grammar. So I think that's such a key part of this. As we wrap up here, I want to share, you've had the opportunity to be at our fall event with Dr. Travis Campbell, Dr. Lincoln Harris, seen DSOs. In a broad picture way, just putting yourself in the room with these amazing dentists and leaders, how is that infused? I don't know, has it infused hope into you? Has it infused inspiration? Has it infused a reality check? Tell us about why more dental students should literally just go to events, sit there and learn.
I think it's really important because at least from my experience, some students that I know, they have a misconception of what it's like real world dentistry is actually like. When you go to these events, you get so much, and especially like just learn how to communicate with patient. You learn what practicing out there is like. You learn how, sometimes how to run a practice, how to code. All those different things that you learn, you actually get them for free. A lot of time as students, these are like things that, once you graduate, you start working, start paying for. So while you're a student, get it while it's hot. So
yeah, it's small tweaks to make
Yeah.
things better. I know both of us are pretty jacked and ripped here, I can tell, but people at the gym will sometimes give you a small tweak on form, and you just appreciate those tips from a bigger,
Yes.
stronger dentist. As you wrap up, we add the Dental Nachos Supreme for new grads. It's literally an anytime, anywhere learning resource in your phone. It's never too early to start to learn how to talk to patients, as Dr. Will said, how to make yourself feel more confident. You can text new grad to 215-543-6454. Well, Will, we're going to miss you, but glad you're going to Philadelphia.
Right.
We will hear what we'll do an arm wrestling thing. We're going to arm wrestling after this for total world dental domination.
Yeah.
Thanks for being you, Will.
Thank you.